Thanks, sir.
All right, so the outreach committee, we haven't met for several months. I don't even remember our last meeting. I know the first non-agenda item is the publication. We talked about it, went to the board, got approval, so now we're talking about the layout.
Yeah, we're talking more about the topics than the layout. They don't have a layout chosen yet. The layout's gonna probably mirror something very similar to this, and I'll pass this around for those of you joining us at home. A large trifold with essentially 6 pages of stuff. But what we did want to run by all of you specifically was some of the initiatives and big topics that we're talking about. One that we think we have to have on there is budgetary, right? How your money's being spent. I think a report that talks about how much your tax money goes to staffing, how much of it goes to curriculum, how much of it goes to buildings and infrastructure would be nice for the people to understand. Again, we do a very good job communicating with our parents and our staff. Like if you're a parent in this district, you get way too many messages probably from us. But if you don't have children in this district, you might not know what's going on. So that's the target audience for this specific piece is those unattached taxpayers in our district who are stakeholders for sure, but they're just not at the table all the time. So how do we communicate to them and what do we want to communicate to them? And this is an opportunity for us to, as we say, we quote unquote, tell our story, right? So part of that story is financial. Some of that story is the infrastructure upgrades we're making. I think the ESCO project and the updates to Eisenhower, the big things that we talk about here on a monthly basis. I think we want to talk about programming and our associate's degree in high school program that's new, our dual enrollment successes, a lot of those things that make us unique here in Indiana, some of our career and technology programming and our advancements there. We definitely want to highlight the reboot of the foundation. I think that's clutch and key at this point. Let people know that if they want to be back at the table, there's a way that they can influence what we do here and what we support. And so I think there's a piece there. A few others that we talked about are here for your review. And then I just kind of wanted to pick your brain. Is there something that you hear from your constituents? What is going on in the district about this? What is going on about that? That we don't want to miss in this, because we only get a shot here around Christmas and a shot in the spring. So I want to make sure that we hit a home run here, not a single. So,
You have it in the spring edition. I agree with everything you say. We want to kind of do the business side, but I think at least half of the little printout should have something, with our, the students. So you have the, student recognition, maybe sports, all the spring sports teams. I don't know if the fall. When are we looking to get this out?
Right before second week of December is our target for the first one.
Okay.
And then probably this, right before graduation in the spring. So we can have a nice picture of the graduates.
Yeah.
List their names, maybe, something like that in the article.
Because it should really do both. Nobody wants to get a brochure that's all business,
Right.
You want the good mixed in with the bad. So if you got to, read how much we're spending on the Eisenhower project, for example, and then beside that is all the smiling faces of the kids and all the great stuff they're doing.
That literacy walk,
Oh,
that was really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, with literacy walks on
Yeah,
there.
they got that listed down there. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
sorry,
a
I didn't
big
give you a
partnership
paper
with the
note.
law. That was a big partnership with the library. We did it
Mhm.
really nice.
Rob, will you highlight like the successes? So I was thinking with some of the photos that we've had going around with some of the sports teams and like we said, other people that have really stood out.
Yep.
Kids. And I think that would be cool for people to see that don't know them. Or even if you do know them, right? You kind of come to, wow, because we've had just a
lot of
ton
success.
stuff, right?
Or our girl swimming, or the swimming coach getting coach of the year.
Yeah.
Huge deal. I mean, I think
That's
that
huge.
definitely has to go in there.
Right.
But like a highlight, we did talk about a highlight of fall sports
Yeah.
in the December issue, and then winter, spring sports in the May issue.
And I think even look at some of the success that we've seen from a numerical standpoint. Haven't we? We've had some rankings here recently that we, from an education standpoint, we're still pretty high.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think that's a good story to tell.
Absolutely. So the U.S. News and World Report rankings and that kind of stuff.
Yep, I like that.
I don't remember when that comes out. That comes out in the spring, huh? Wait, when does the U.S. News and World Report rankings come out? Is that like, I want to say like April?
I would say we received yours in August, let me double check. Yes.
This is good feedback. Anything else?
Yeah, I think the foundation definitely should have a little blurb on every edition of this, as a way to give back.
With the QR code, right, Jim,
It's contact information, whatever, yeah.
where you can go and, right?
Yep. Laura's all over that. She's already got her little piece done and it looks.
It'd be so cool to get some donations
Yep.
coming in,
And
right?
build that alumni database. We're gonna have an alumni
Yeah.
QR code here. If you'd like to sign up for more frequent updates, here's how you can join our alumni database. And then hopefully the foundation can put out more digital
Yeah,
updates on what's going on and the events and just keep people connected that way.
send them to our webpage or become a follower on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
We probably need to get the board to do that as well. Next meeting,
Okay.
ask them to go in and befriend the foundation.
Become friends of the
Yeah.
foundation. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I think I did that already.
Yes, sir.
April 23rd.
April 23rd. That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you. So maybe we wait till spring for that one. Or maybe we do both. Maybe do. But yeah, we do have like that Governor's Gold Award for the civic engagement was big. Our students winning the Civics Bowl was big. I mean,
Mhm.
those are the things that like don't make the front page of the paper necessarily, and they're
Right.
like, people probably check to see the football score before they check to see who won the Civics Bowl.
Mhm.
But really, if you want to see some indication of how successful some of the decisions we've made have been,
Right.
that's where it's at. So
Oh, Rob, you could highlight the parking place painting, because this was the first year we did that. It's kind of a neat thing to show that we're giving back to the students.
Make for some nice pictures.
Yeah.
Shows their creativity too. Some of them are
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Really good. Yeah.
I was really surprised when
That
I
was
saw
awesome.
them.
I think the students would love seeing their photos in there too.
agreed.
That might even be a neat thing for the students. Hey, we're coming out with our new First Foundation newsletter. We're gonna feature a couple of the parking places, have a vote on it.
Vote for your favorite.
Yeah, which one?
one?
For the foundation.
Sign up here to vote for your
Foundation
favorite.
donation.
Yeah, penny a vote.
Well, I was thinking more of $1.
Okay, if you went, well, the kids, I thought they were students, so, you know.
Yeah, well,
I
Uh-huh.
like that.
yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Right. Thanks, Mike.
In the spring, we definitely want to highlight some of our concerts. The timing of this is like right before, so the fall, we kind of want to advertise our concerts. In the
Right.
spring, we want to recap a lot of those concerts because some of the stuff are like
Send a couple.
Mrs. Williams and Mr. O'Leary doing with the strings and the
Mhm.
jazz and everything is just unbelievable. But they do a lot of their stuff in the winter. So
What is the time frame to submit info for the spring? Or is no,
I mean, yeah, you can send it to me whenever, and please consider this an open invitation, like we're working through, they're putting up the layout now and trying to figure out how many stories they can put. And these are the stories right now. As we add things, not everything's gonna be able to fit, but send them to me, and if it's a priority, we'll talk through it, and we'll try to get everything in if we can, but so if you have a good idea, I mean, the spring's wide open. I mean,
Right.
Whatever you want to put in
there
there.
can be some things that pop up,
Right.
as things develop more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of awards given away in the spring, a lot of scholarships. Those are big things. I
Mhm.
think some of that's something we could highlight. So. But anyway, that's really all I have on that item. It's just an invitation for anyone to share ideas that you want included. And then just a reminder that it's coming out here soon. I'm excited about it.
Okay.
Okay.
And the data analysis of social media.
Yes, sir. As requested, we have continued to monitor our social media. You got a little package here with 3 pages again. How many reactions we've had, how many comments, impressions, etc. The spike days, and this goes all the way back to the beginning of school. If you want it more on a monthly basis, we can do a month by month, but just without any, I just figured that the more information you had, the better. Homecoming was our new high point. I still don't think it beat out Mrs. Thomas's record. You're still the record.
Oh my
But yeah, but it's you see that's something that people care about for sure. So. Right there, Mr. Adams, if our reach is 16.2 thousand people, 16,195 people care about homecoming.
Yeah.
There's definitely an opportunity for us to get the word out for the foundation and everything else we're doing here.
Absolutely. Trying to think. So reach 16,195 is 16,195 people.
Mhm.
Impressions are different things that they've done, whether it be likes, comments. Is that
I
right?
believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Let me find out. Maybe verify that. Impressions is the total number of times your content was displayed to users regardless of whether or not they engage with it. Comments, likes, dislikes, or interactions. So we had 289 interactions for the Homecoming Queen content, but 16,858 people
Looked at it.
saw it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what do they count an interaction? Because it's got 652 likes.
I don't know.
They don't count
Maybe
those
those are comments.
Reactions.
No, so 172 comments.
Reactions like you love it, like a heart or something.
Right, something.
Yeah, like
I always
that.
thought that was an interaction, but it didn't.
I think that might be the reaction. I'm not positive. I'm not good with Facebook.
Interactions and social media data. Any action a user takes to show interest in content. Each platform has its own interface and metrics, so it can be challenging to measure interactions across platforms. Common interactions are likes, comments, shares. Other interactions are unique to specific platforms, such as clicks on Facebook. So if someone clicks on the story, that's also an interaction.
You said likes, comments, shares.
Likes, comments, or shares are interactions, as are clicking on the content to read further.
You know, it's weird if you take the likes, which are the thumbs up, comments, shares. It's like 830.
And the interactions is 289.
Yeah.
Is that Facebook there, or is that Twitter?
Oh, is that a different?
Oh.
Oh, I thought
So
this was
bottom's
Facebook. I don't know.
Maybe it is Facebook, I'm not
I
sure.
think that is Facebook.
Or is Facebook the last page?
You know, the cool thing with Facebook though, and I'm sorry, my ADHD mind is kicking in right now. You can put a post and you can boost it. depending upon where, like if you wanted to boost it just in Pittsburgh alone
Mhm.
for like a foundation post, we could target different people, but
Users can do that by themselves?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
yeah, my cousin played pro baseball and I ran his fan page. So when he went from St. Louis to Washington, I hit, because I knew exactly what percent were like males, females, age
Yeah, it
range.
tells you everything.
It tells you everything.
Like my school board campaign page, I used to watch all that stuff. You could see the reach, and then you could geofence it to the when you boost it to the
Mhm.
mile radius, or so I was like, oh, I gotta get schlocked. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Do some math.
Jim, you're giving us all your secrets now.
It's not really a secret.
I know, I'm messing with you.
Get out to Shallock, and you get half a Homer Center in there too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think there's anything here that's telling us
Mhm.
anything crazy. It looks like our average interaction is, about 2,000 interactions a day, content views a day. But when it spikes, it spikes pretty good. So, I think the typical interaction, the average might be, with those spikes up a little bit more than that, but I don't see any reason to change course at this point unless you guys do. The amount of time that we now invest in this, Laura's got a pretty good system, so.
I think the goal would be just to not see it flatlining, to make sure we are getting interest, we're getting information out there that people want to see.
Agreed. And I think, it does seem to be the human interest stories are the ones that get the most clicks. I mean, that's, so our announcements about how exciting the outreach committee might not get the many clicks.
Well,
but
it goes to the brochure, discussion that you had. Like a lot of these people are going to be people that they have kids in the district. There's the average dude running a garage somewhere who doesn't have kids isn't following the school, so his feed, they're never going to see that.
Yeah.
So we're not really reaching them. We're reaching people who are already involved in one way or the other. So they got kids. They are kids. They're that is their domain right now. I think the average person isn't really
Mhm.
on social media for the school board page,
Right.
or the school district page.
Yeah, and since we've been talking about this year specifically, I know for a fact that we have significantly increased the number of social media posts, website stories, and newspaper stories that we put out, because we put out at least one a week, sometimes 2 or 3 a week. Are you seeing that in the community? Are you, those of you who follow us on the outside, is it evident, or is it, there's still meat on the bone there that we need to gnaw,
Oh, I see it a lot. I see the activity and people sharing.
Yeah, I see
It
Facebook.
comes on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter,
Me neither.
but on Facebook I see the activity.
So just keep doing what we're doing, keep measuring it, and try to do more human interest stories. And
I think anything that we feel like bragging about, we should feel free to brag about it. So
absolutely.
Robin, honestly too, with the amount of stuff that you've done out there, you've helped quite a bit too. So just people seeing you sing it, sit and stay, and then at the library.
Yeah.
I think that's where, we're hearing and seeing more people from the school district and stuff. Like we're talking about someone, I can't remember who you said, but someone for the YMCA, someone for the United Way or something. I don't know, but it's neat seeing school, folks associated with the school belonging to organizations, right? From a leadership perspective.
I was
Yeah.
saying United Way Day of Giving, we just had.
Yeah.
That's good publicity as well. I was in the paper, both sides. So, but that's really all I have. We don't have anything to vote on. I don't think there's anything else that we're not going to be spending any money anytime soon unless someone has something that is pressing. I did want to give a golf outing final report. The foundation was able to raise $13,000 on that golf outing, which I am told, I'm not a golf outing expert, but I am told is outstanding for a first inaugural event. Their goal was somewhere around 7,000 or 8,000, and they hit, they doubled that, so, or almost doubled it. So that was really well done. So, great big thanks to Mr. Earhart for chairing that committee, Tamaruka, Jared Cronauer, Laura Cravens, Brandy, and Bailey, and everyone who helped out with that event. I mean, there's just on and on and on. The band boosters helped us out with that a great deal. So, I mean, just tremendous work there. And for all the businesses and community organizations that came out to support, it was great. And then I do have a reminder that this Thursday night, we're having our family spaghetti dinner at the Home Farm Barn, which is a great event. It's family friendly. There's going to be activities, and they're going to be making s'mores, and there'll be a bonfire and music and dancing and all kinds of fun stuff, and pumpkins for everybody. And it should be a fun event, a nice way to spend the evening with the family, get a nice meal, and help out the foundation again. So hopefully you can come on out there. If you need to register for that, if you go to the ISD website, right across the top now, you'll see a link to the foundation, has its own page, and all of that information is right there. So.
Rob, do you know, and this may be a question better for Brandy, are we going to give Tom Shively recognition for donating the green egg?
Oh, yeah, we should give Tom Shiley, yeah. We
was
have
thinking
not
about that
done
the
it
other
yet, or
day.
no?
I don't know. It'd be nice to, or I don't know if he wants it McNaughton or Shively, or
Yeah,
he donated one of those big green egg grills to us. And then I was talking to Frank today, and if they want it, Frank will kick in some accessories and stuff like that
Frank is.
from Ace Hardware.
Nice.
Sorry, Frank Hinter.
But yeah, we would definitely get them the recognition and follow up with Frank and find out if they're interested. And the folks that own the family farm barn are donating that space for that evening as well, which is just outstanding too. Because an event venue like that would be thousands of dollars for an evening like that, and they're giving it to us because they're good people. So a lot of good people in the community. A lot of the foundation's really starting to get some traction here and move in the right direction. So. I should also report that they also supported the girls' dance team, and we got our first request for disbursement of funds, which was the dance team, which is an offshoot of the cheerleading, the competitive spirit that came to the board, and they're going to come with a better plan here soon. One of the things they entered into a competition, national competition. They found out that they made it. They didn't have a whole lot of turnaround time to do fundraising, so they reached out to the foundation for the transportation to the airport and back, and the foundation was kind enough to approve those funds. So little things like that. That's exactly what the foundation was there for, to hold, to fill in those gaps in our budget where we don't have that specifically budgeted for, but the foundation's able to help them this time, get them up with our feet and going in the right direction. So. Happy with where we are and where we're headed.
I think we talked, Rob, about like within the foundation, and as we look at this stuff, like carving out like a portion of what we earn, like a different, like the golf outing or like the spaghetti, and so that we can actually build a fund,
Right.
while also giving some back,
Mhm.
right? Keep some, give some,
Right.
and build something. Because it'd be cool to get it to a point where we're 1 million, 5 million, 10 million.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Right, we had interest kicked off, we could fund a lot of different programs.
That's the goal. That's the big, hairy, audacious goal right there, is to live off the interest, But someday soon.
Chicken White honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich, the combination of flavors, the sweet honey, the kick from the jalapenos.
Be an interesting watch on YouTube.
I don't know how.
We muted it.
Randy Herners.
Unmute that. I muted the wrong one and it popped in, it knocked it down on me and.
Oh, that you just muted.
I was gonna say, I didn't think.
I didn't get quick enough. So
We're good. No, thank you. Thank you. So that's all I have, sir. That's,
Okay.
that's it. Okay.
Right on time.
Perfect.
Perfect, good job.